He's not allowed to say that.
I think he can say that.
You do not have the facilities. Well, you know, he hasn't said it for a long while though, so I'm sure someone had that conversation with him.
Someone said something.
So hey man,
Listen, my Palestinian brother.
welcome back YouTube. We are hitting a push day today, very chest focused, very incline chest focused. So starting off with our incline press and arsenal, we already hit our heavy kind of top set, trying to progressively overload that week after week. And so now we're hitting 2, maybe 3 back down sets where we just try to get a lot more volume, kind of moderate intensity, moderate weight. Yeah, I found this approach to be kind of just really effective in seeing more and more chest stimulus rather than hitting like 2 really heavy sets and then hitting like a back off set. So 1 set, more strength focused, like 6 to 8 rep range, and just kind of potentiating the nervous system a little bit, and then going into our more voluminous sarcoplasmic sets. Science. Shifting over now to the Smith machine for some flat presses. Again, just kind of prioritizing this on our push A days while we'll still use the prime machine for our push B days, but really just focusing on quality force output, a little bit heavier here with those 2 movements. Obviously with the incline movement, the first movement of the day, I'm always trying to kind of progressively overload that movement, focus on kind of trying to hit like rep PRs, force PRs, weight PRs. A lot of ways to kind of skin the progressive overload cat. But with this movement, it's really just force, quality stimulus, trying to maintain kind of a balance with that. So even if we're going down in weight a little bit, as long as that quality stimulus is there with heavier weights, compared to like flies, it's more about like quality stimulus for full range of motion. You know, for higher repetitions. So not as heavy with the fly, but you know, 12 to 15 reps, give or take. Here we're still focused on maybe more like 8 to 10. If it's more than 10, it's probably too light. Okay, so yeah, moving on to flies. Starting off pretty heavy, but still able to get kind of in that 10 to 12 rep range. If we can get, 12 to 15 is more ideal for me personally, but I think a lot of these movements, flies, curls, certain like isolation exercises, I think oftentimes people skew more towards higher rep ranges and don't ever really take advantage of heavier loads, smaller, shorter rep ranges, which have a lot of merit towards hypertrophy still. So maybe starting off, in the 8 to 10 rep range, and then doing some drop off sets if you feel like you're plateauing, not growing as much as you think you should be, which is all of us. We all think we should be growing more than we are. Something to try, something to throw a wrench into the cogs, gears, whatever. Okay, so we'll do one more set here, slightly less weight. Try and just slow down a little bit and get a really deep stretch in that bottom most lengthened position. Per usual, we'll transition now. I'm gonna go dips, and we'll get into some shoulders, triceps, food. He was so dumb. moving on here, shoulder time. So really when it comes to shoulders, especially with size, it's really a lot of lateral raises. I think people oftentimes, again, think about like shoulder presses as being a great shoulder developer. It's good for your front delts, but in terms of creating a very well-rounded, dimensional, shoulder, you got to do your lateral raises. You got to do your rear delt flies. Otherwise, you're just going to have massive front delts and things are just going to kind of fall off. So when people see you from the back, it's going to look like nothing. Whew. Okay. Tricep time. Whew. Yeah, so just knocking out some traditional, easy bar push downs. We'll hit a couple sets here, and then we'll do some reverse grip, single arm, just kind of how I've typically been doing it, more high volume, high frequency, right to failure, left to failure, and just alternating. So when my right is going, my left is resting, vice versa, just burning it out. That / this is a wrap for today. Push day, a lot of chest work, good amount of shoulder work. Again, just a lot of lateral raises for the shoulders lately. And then just knocking out triceps, really just getting a lot of hard work in and trying to just do a little bit more every single week. So with this movement, really just going towards failure, not really focused on tracking so much. Just want to get a lot of good stimulus in that tricep and create a little bit more width in that upper head of the tricep. But yeah, I mean, we are, let's see, a little over a week away from heading to Amsterdam. We are leaving next Wednesday. We'll be gone for about 2 weeks. So we'll be in Amsterdam for about a week or so. Gonna head out to Vintage Gym, the home of Wesley Vissers, do a little bit of work there, and then head out to Barcelona, head out to Lisbon, Portugal, and just enjoy some change of scenery for a little bit. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for today. Push day, Adapt Fitness, Dallas, Texas. Check-in day tomorrow with Justin, and he said he was probably gonna increase us from 5 meals to 6 meals, which is really 6 meals to 7 technically with our intra-workout drink, but that's just, you know, some carbs and some essential amino acids. Not a real meal necessarily, but yeah, either way, metabolism is cranking up, definitely catching up pretty rapidly every food adjustment we make, so staying pretty lean, getting bigger and bigger as we go, and just maintaining all that definition, which is great news. Definitely feel like my body is definitely catching up to the added size as well. So not feeling super tired, lethargic, not a whole lot of bloating, water retention, but we're getting to the point where food is a challenge on our high days, at least, mostly just because we're still pretty busy schedule-wise. And so, last one here. Yeah, on our high days, we're still pretty busy, so not getting our first meal in early enough, and then kind of clumping in a lot of meals towards the very end. It's just makes it a little bit harder, but we're gonna try and be a little bit more organized with our eating schedule, training schedule, all that stuff. And we'll put it to test tomorrow because we got another high day tomorrow, high day yesterday, medium day today, low day Thursday. And then, yeah, so that is all I have to say for today. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for liking, watching, following, subscribing, loving, hating, all that stuff. And let's keep growing. Bye.